about the volunteering and being famous. Celebrating the RNLI on the pitch here in Croke Park. The RNLI, the charity that saves lives at sea and on Ireland's inland waters. We're delighted to be joined by so many volunteers from right around the country and the four corners of Ireland here today. And one of them is Shane Smyth from Bundoran RNLI. And Shane, you have a story that highlights how a regular family day out to the beach could go wrong.
Absolutely, Paul. We had a call out last May of 2018 to our main beach in Bundoran to the news that a family were caught in a rip current off Main Beach in Bundoran, and we got out there and the family are here today to tell the story.
We have Fansha McCallion, a Tyrone woman, and her kids and her husband. Fansha, your heart must have been in your mouth when you saw what unfolded at sea on that day in Bundoran. Can you remember? I suppose you can't forget it, can you?
A very innocent day out led to, I suppose, an hour of terrifying emotions. Our two children were in the water. We were standing watching them. I went back to the blanket with our other child, who was only 2, and the children got caught in a rip. My husband Ryan went in after and got the Beth out, who was only 7, and when he turned round, the rip had taken Cahir out to sea. He went in with his clothes on, what he describes as running off a cliff. There was no ground underneath him, and saved Cahir and kept him afloat for 25 minutes until the help came, which we'll be eternally grateful for.
How happy were you to see the RNLI boat on the horizon?
The boat came nearly out of the sky. I looked round one time and the lifeboat had came, there was help, the Irish Coast Guard had came, literally they were there in an instant. We will never ever be able to repay for what they done for our family that day.
Wow, incredible. And you're also involved in Tyrone GA. I don't know where you get the time, you're coaching as well.
Yeah, our local club, we're supposed, we're the different code of Gaelic football. But I take the senior ladies and our under 12 girls, and my husband at 43 still plays senior football, and he plays masters for the over 40s. So.
Wow. And is there an All Ireland in your team and in Tyrone this year?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, PJ Gallagher joins us as well. We'll be talking to him in a sec. But before we do that, Shane, it just underlines the fact that we need to respect the water at all times, really, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Paul. You know, the sea shows no mercy. The guys here got caught in the rip current. It's very easy to get caught in a rip current. It's as easy to get out of it. Swim to the left or swim to the right. And obviously, as Gareth was talking about earlier on, the float message as well, to respect the water.
Very good. Thank you, Shane. And we're going to try and find a fella in disguise here. That's PJ Gallagher there. How are you, PJ?
Not bad. How are you? Thanks for saying hello.
Very good. And you're a volunteer, of course, as well as being hugely famous.
Well, I don't know if we're hugely famous, but yeah, I am a volunteer with Dunleary Lifeboat, yeah.
And have you been on any call-outs, or what's the story in Dunleary? How many are involved?
I think on our crew, there's 26 on our crew, and there's a lot of call-outs. I mean, it's always busy, especially this time of year with a lot of people on the water and everything.
And have you taken time out of your busy schedule on the famous diary shooting and things during the week? What are you up to lately?
Well, the reason I have this moustache is we're shooting the young offenders again, but yeah.
It suits you?
Well, I don't think so. I don't really like it. It's not exactly my chosen fashion choices, but it's not long now and it'll be gone.
What about the dubs this year? 5 or 6 in a row?
Well, it'll definitely be 5 in a row this year. I mean, you're talking to the one person that could upset the whole of Croke Park. I'm hoping for 10 in a row.
Ladies and gentlemen, what great work they're doing all over the country. The RNLI Bullabus Moore!
Everyone who falls into cold water unexpectedly has the same instinct. To swim hard. To fight the cold water. But when people fight it, chances are they lose. Cold water shock makes them gasp uncontrollably and breathe in water. Then they drown. But if they just float until the cold water shock has passed, they'll be able to control their breathing and have a far better chance of staying alive.